Every Australian in the world owns one of these, a Campchair. But nobody puts any research into the chairs that they buy. So today I'm going to help you and give you 5 essential things every Campchair must have before you even think about buying it. Now, when you're out in the great Australian outback, camping, fishing, four-wheel driving, whatever you're doing, there's one bit of gear that is more common than anything else. And no, I'm not talking about winches, I'm not talking about matches, I'm not even talking about a 2-inch lift kit. I'm talking about these bad boys, the camping chair. Now, camp chairs look pretty simple, they're very common, they get sold in every single camping store, so you can buy them anywhere, but it does make it hard to pick which one you want. Today, I'm using my past experience with camp chairs and showing you 5 essential things every single camp chair must have before you even think about buying one. Now, this isn't a guide to tell you which chair to buy, but it'll give you a really good idea on what is right for your setup and your style of camping. Rightio, so the most important thing that every camp chair must have, number 1 on my list, is one of these, a seat. Now, you might be surprised, why have I picked a seat as the number 1 most important thing? And it's pretty easy, the seat holds the whole chair together. Without the seat, you're pretty much squatting, and if you're squatting with like some armrests next to you and a back support, that's not even sitting down. The chair is not being a chair at all. And especially after, a hard day on the tracks, a hard day fishing, you walk up the bank, throw your rod down, throw your tackle box down, and you start squatting next to these armrests. Like, who would want that? Who wants that, honestly? So I think a seat is the most important thing for a chair, because without the seat, it probably wouldn't even count as a chair, really. Rightio, the second thing that every camp chair needs are these nice, strong legs. Now, why do you need legs, you might ask? Well, actually, if this is the ground, say, and this is you, if you're sitting on the ground like that, you're at risk of being attacked by so many different predators, especially in Australia. You've got stuff like snakes, you got scorpions, you got ants, you got snakes, you got scorpions, everything like that can reach you if you're on the ground. But if you had some space between the ground and yourself, so you're up a bit higher, all those animals cannot reach you. You are out of harm's way. So that's why you have these things called legs on every single camp chair you buy. So yeah, this camp chair has 4 legs. You can also buy some with 3 legs. And also, I've got a camp chair here that only has 2 legs. This little fold out one here. Now this chair, you might notice, is 50% legs and 50% a seat, which is totally fine. It's got the 2 most important things, so it is fine, works fine as a chair. It's got the height off the ground and the seat so you're not squatting. And yeah, it's a perfectly fine chair. It's a great option if you're one of those people that don't want 4 legs. 3 legs is just a bit too many for them, and you find a 2-legged chair and it's just perfect. But still, every chair must have at least 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 legs to be a great camping chair. Rightio, so the third most important thing that every camp chair must have will actually surprise a lot of you people, and it is the cup holder. Why the cup holder? Well, where else do you put your cups? Where do you put your cans? Where do you put your drinks? Without these cup holders, there's nowhere else for them to go. You can't have them on your lap because you might have food or a guitar or something there. You can't have them in your hand all the time. That's just plain old inconvenient. So the answer is a cup holder. Life changer. It is one of those non-negotiables, I reckon. Every chair must have a cup holder, no matter what happens. That's why it's number 3 on the 5 most important things every camp chair must have. So the 4th most important thing every camp chair must have is a nice back support. You might think it's obvious, you might think chairs just come with them automatically, but just make sure it's got a good back support, because I'll show you, when you sit down in your chair, you can just recline the extra 2 to 3 degrees, and it's just so much more comfier. It takes all the weight off your lower body and just stretches out your spine, so it just feels so relaxing. And if you don't feel like Riverside royalty when you're sitting by the campfire at night, buy a different chair, mate. You need a chair you can just kick back and relax. Now, if you are a bit tight on the budget, you can buy chairs with no backs, like this little 2-legged one, but they're more for people with no back. So if you have no back, you can get away with having a chair with no back. I do have a back, obviously, so I need a chair with a back. And this chair has a back, and it is comfy as. Now the fifth and final most important thing every camp chair must have before you even think about buying it is called foldability. Now what that is, it's just explaining how well it folds up and packs out. Packs up and folds out. So every chair should be able to fold up pretty simply because you want less origami and more action. So just grab the corners, fold up just like that. And it shouldn't be like folding a fitted sheet, it should actually be possible. So just fold up like that. A good camp chair will always fold up nice and quick, nice and neat, no worries at all. Now a chair with bad foldability is this one here. It doesn't fold up easy at all. It's just so stiff and rigid. But luckily there's an easy fix to that. All you need is a bit of general purpose grease. Now grab the grease, open up just like this, and put a bit on your finger, just like that. And this grease you just want to put at all the moving parts around the bottom of the chair, around the legs, give everything a good grease up. And that means it just slides around easier and should fold up, no worries, just like this. Just like that. So there you go, they're the top 5 things that every camp chair must have before you even think about buying it. The seat, the legs, the cup holders, the back support, and the foldability. Now make sure if you're buying a camp chair, you've got all 5 of those things, or I wouldn't even worry about looking at it. I hope this video was helpful and it changed your life in some way. Join me next time on Bushbound when I go through the 5 most important things to look for when you're buying tent pegs. Thanks for watching and I'll see you then.